Jayla suspended herself from the bars and she just tried to move her leg back and forth, and then we had her bicycling, trying motion which she couldn't really do without hip hiking, but she got, I would say, maybe 30 degrees of motion you probably had. And then we had her doing, so why don't you demonstrate, Jayla? We had you up and bicycling, which of course she didn't have that much range of motion. We had her doing that. We had her floating her legs up behind her and just doing abduction and adduction just for some motion to try and recruit the muscle fibers. Her leg had atrophied tremendously. It was about the size of her calf, I would say, now. And her leg is still probably 2 inches, maybe, close to 2 inches smaller everywhere than her right leg still. Marching, trying to march and raising one leg straight up and down and back for extension. We did not have her standing on her toes with that leg and doing any calves, any heel raises, because she was not supposed to have any weight at all, even in the water. Bent knee and just lifting up with the bent knee. As she progressed, we just had her doing more of the same things for longer periods of time. We did keep her in the water always, though, for about an hour. She stayed in the whole time. And as she got stronger, we added fins and we added different size donuts and things to give her a little bit more resistance with the water. We weighted her leg with these. We used 1 and then we used 2, and she would stand and push down, so she had added resistance. And we didn't use any jets at this point. So as she needed more, then we added another one. And we focused a lot on her balance and her core stability so that the movement was isolated in her leg. Then we had her start to kick. We did a little bit of that. We tried to take it behind her. So at the same time, she still wasn't really putting any weight on. We got her using some fins, so doing pretty much the same stuff. And again, we were pretty limited with Jayla. We definitely did not move on to the jets yet. So she did more or less the same activities, but now with the fins. So kicking behind her, abduction and adduction, a lot of bicycling straight down and also in a recumbent position with her legs out in front. Oh yeah, we did a lot. We did some hamstrings like that. So Jayla also did standing and straight leg raises, which was a lot of resistance, which was really great all the way through her ankle, through her knee, extensors, flexors. And all the time we were just trying to get all the quads firing, her VMO especially, her calves, keep the Achilles going. She had a lot of foot pain because she hadn't been on it in so long that when she finally could bear weight, it was hard. Her foot hurt a lot from the weight, and she had a very antalgic gait for a while. You can do some biking straight down, and then the difference of doing it in a recumbent position, and that was good. And she did some leg punching with her legs out in front of her. And I'd say now she has pretty much full range of motion. She is limited to, she can't quite sit on both heels. She shifts to the right. Yeah. All right, so then we moved the bars, and she did that for a while, kicking. So then we did this, and she would do this for a while. And this seemed to be, to get her at the higher level, this really gave her a big kickstart. She really couldn't do it for, how long would you say, like 3 or 4 minutes at a time? Would be pretty tiring in her knee joint, so then we would stop and we'd rest, and then she would do it with fins on. So we really never quite tethered her because we never got because she was never using her arms, she never outswam the jets. Recumbant bike against the jets, which was pretty hard. She's really close to the jets. So even still now, it's not that long before she's fatigued. So it's definitely more, I think, of a challenge still. Jayla's a pretty high-level athlete, snowboarder, wakeboarder, surfer. She used to run. So she was strong to begin with, but you know, which was a really big advantage to her, which was great. But we were limited with her weight bearing. So even in the pool, for her not to be able to put any weight on that leg. She had no flexion. No. She went from 0 to, you know, I'd say she's 5 degrees short, maybe, of full flexion now. I mean, she can probably bring it up all the way, but she can't just weight it. And I think that's a function. It's either the screw or the meniscus. We're not really totally sure, to actually sit on that knee, on that heel. I think it's definitely a combination of the water. I mean, I think she would not be as far as she is without having had the pool. Definitely not, because there wouldn't have been anything for her to do that was really, really functional.